Bills Mafia, let's go ahead and beat Patriots today to the race to 500 subscribers. As you guys can see on screen, Bills breakdown, 147 subs. Patriots today, 225. So I know they got a little bit of lead on you, but I also know this. There is not a single Buffalo Bill fan out there that likes the Patriots. So if you want more news, if you want more rumors, if you simply want more videos, I want you to hit that big red button that says subscribe before I get into today's show. And if you are a loyal subscriber, take that link that you see below, youtube.com/Bill News, and let's go ahead and beat those Patriots. Are the Buffalo Bills trading for star edge rusher of the Arizona Cardinals, Chandler Jones? That's what we're talking about here on today's show. So PFF listed the Bills as a potential trade destination for Jones because Jones requested a trade on Sunday amid contract issues. So he has only 1 year left on his deal, worth $20.83 million left. Now, he is also coming off a season that battled several different types of injuries, was only able to play in 5 games, where he had 11 tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss, and a forced fumble. The kind of issue here for Jones is he's coming off a bad year, injury-riddled, and he's also over the age of 30, which is definitely going to scare a lot of people out there. However, I have often said that I believe that Chandler Jones is one of the most underappreciated players in the entire National Football League because he plays out west, smaller market team like the Arizona Cardinals, but if you want to talk about putting up numbers, that's what Jones has done literally the past 5 seasons. So he had 53 tackles in 2019, 20 tackles for loss, 19 sacks, and then 8 forced fumbles. The reason why this is at least an interesting situation, because Buffalo went out and they drafted Gregory Rousseau this past year's draft, who is a prospect that I did like. He's a little bit raw coming off a 2020 year where he decided to sit out. 2019, though, which was basically like his first season, I'll say, being like a true edge rusher. He had 15.5 sacks, 19.5 tackles for loss, a lot of really good talent there. They also went out and drafted one of my favorite players, Carlos Boogie Basham, 6'3", 281-pounder, only 23 years old, also coming off a pretty solid year with Wake Forest. But if I'm the Bills, and I have Boogie, and I got Gregory Rousseau, I'll tell you what right now, if I would say the best case scenario for Gregory Rousseau as a projection is if he could end up being a player like Chandler Jones. So why not go out and bring in a solid veteran like Jones, help you chase for that Super Bowl title? Because I get it, you're 13-3, but as long as you're going up against Patrick Mahomes, can you really add too much edge presence? I don't really think you can, and he would be a great ambassador for Rousseau for Boogie Basham. So should the Bills go out and trade for Chandler Jones? I think you guys can kind of see the way that I'm going to go with this one. You can go down to the comment section and type Y for yes, or you can go ahead and type your N for no. I'm going yes. He is still an elite pass rusher to me. I get he's coming off an injury-riddled season. I get that he's over 30 years old. But the Bills right now are in a rare situation where your Super Bowl window is right now. And if you have an opportunity to get better, you go ahead and you explore those options. And why not go out and get a player who has been on an absolute, shout out to producer Sam for this graphic, a 5-year rampage against NFL quarterbacks. 2015, 12.5 sacks. 2016, 11, 17, 13, 19 sacks. This guy gets after the quarterback. And you have some other players on this Bills defensive line where there's some question marks there. There's just no doubt about it. And I think Hughes is a good player. A.J. Epinesa was a little bit up and down as a rookie coming out of Iowa, but he has some upside. Addison as well. But none of these players here whatsoever are going to be able to give you what somebody like Chandler Jones can go ahead and get. But if he wants to get paid and he wants a little bit more money, you're going to have to put him up here with some of these guys. Now, I don't know if he's going to get more than what Joey Bosa got or what Myles Garrett got. They're obviously a little bit younger, but he's probably going to be looking for a 2-year deal, maybe a 3-year deal to kind of ride off into the sunset, but he's definitely going to make more than what he's making now, right? He's making 20.8-something million. He wants more than that going forward. So what exactly is it going to be overall in terms of how much is it going to cost? I don't know if it's going to take a first-round pick since he has requested a trade. Maybe his trade value goes down a little bit. So here's a trade idea that I decided to throw at every single Bills fan. You get Chandler Jones, and you give up a 2022 second-round pick. Would you do this trade? Let me know down in the comments section who wins. Type B for the Bills, or you can type C for Cardinals. I was going to throw in a first rounder, and if I'm being 100% honest, I still might go ahead and do that. For me, though, I do think that both sides potentially win this deal, especially if he wants out. So go ahead, type B for Bills, type C for Cardinals. Who do you think wins this trade?